Hello, people. It's been a while, I think. I always say that, and it's just been like 2 weeks. How have you been? Hope everyone's doing well. For once, I am great, and it's kind of like a suspicious kind of great because maybe not suspicious at all. Maybe it's just chemistry. But I have been like not so great mentally, and then all of a sudden, I'm doing okay. And yeah, but I mean, I have been sort of actively trying to be better, to feel better. Hence me making this video, honestly, because I think like I feel like this is the best time to make it now that I feel lively and alive. So yeah, welcome to my channel. If you're new, subscribe, please, like, comment, whatever, share with your friends. Doesn't really matter, honestly. But yeah, no, please subscribe if you like what you see. I know today I look like I'm 16. I know it's the hairstyle, but I don't feel like wearing a wig. Please, I sometimes just have to rock the all back. In Nigeria we call it all back. There probably abroad it's called cornrows, but yeah, but it's nice. I like the design and all. Anyway, and I didn't feel like dressing up much. Like I feel like the more I prepare for a video, the more tense I will be. I just wanted to like make this one video to talk about what I need to talk about. I would like to talk about anxious attachments. I know I could talk about other attachment styles. Maybe I'll briefly talk about them, but my main focus is anxious attachment because that is me. I am, yeah, and maybe more so fearful avoidant. That's like anxious and avoidant, a mixture. But the more I learn about anxiety, the more I realize that anxiety kind of makes you avoidant. Like, okay, you make me anxious, I'm going to avoid you, but also I still want to talk to you. It's like a push and pull, and it's crazy. It drives me insane. It drives me insane, like, and I don't know why. Like, that's what I've been. Whenever I feel a certain way, I don't really just let it be. I try to understand why I feel that way, and I try to look for solutions, because it's a very bad place to be. And maybe sometimes the more I learn about anxiety, I feel like the more anxious I become. Or maybe it's because I was just like consuming the information that I was getting about like anxiety and not really being constructive. But I feel like this past 2 days, yesterday and the day before, while I was like having like those anxious thoughts and even waking up in the middle of the night and experiencing anxiety, I tried to, well, I would listen to affirmations, and also during the day I tried to listen to people's psychologists as well, online therapists, thoughts on anxiety, what actually causes it, and the physiological responses to it. You know, like the one I've listened to, I still have a long way to go. But the one I listened to is basically, okay, just to clarify, sorry, just put a pin on that. To clarify, anxious attachments, people with anxious attachments, I feel like already have anxiety to an extent. Yeah, or like, I don't think it's exclusive. I don't know if anyone with an anxious attachment style does not have anxiety. And maybe some people who are avoidants also have anxiety. I don't know. I can't speak for the avoidants. They're a breed that I've been trying to understand, and for some reason you see yourself being drawn to avoidant people as an anxious person, probably because they have something that you don't have, which obviously sucks a lot, because yeah, it's better to be with someone who is secure, or to be drawn to a secure person rather than an avoidant person, because that person is just going to increase your anxiety. It's weird how it works. I don't know how it works. Well, I'm sure there's a like definition, but rather than understanding why I'm drawn to avoidant people, I'll just rather like work on myself, you know, to be more secure. But yeah, so avoidant may have anxiety. You know, anxiety can also cause you to avoid things. But so do anxious people. I guess everybody has anxiety. Everybody needs therapy. Not the secure ones though. I'm kidding. I'm sure they had to work to get there, obviously. But it's just interesting, and I feel like, I don't know, attachment styles should be taught more. um I don't know where though. It's not like they teach you about relationships in school, so but it should just be common knowledge so that people kind of can easily spot their red flags and understand why they act the way they do, so that they can be better. Or yeah, mostly for self-improvement. you know Anxious attachments, in my definition, I'm using myself, self-inserting there. It's basically someone who I guess has a hard time trusting that whoever they are meeting is going to like reciprocate the care or the attention they are showing them. um it's basically just overthinking. Someone with an anxious attachment style would tend to overthink the little things in relationships. It can be friendships, it can be romantic relationships, any type of relationship. Like they send a message this morning and the person doesn't respond in the next 2 hours, and you start thinking, oh my gosh, like this thing that I sent, is it offensive? Did I say something wrong? Do they hate me? Should I just go KMS? So yeah, that's usually how anxious attachment manifests itself, and it's very detrimental to relationships because relationships are built on trust, right? So if you don't trust your partner to, I guess, if you don't trust that they actually like you for you and want to be with you, but like they currently can't be available the way you want them to be, if you don't trust that they would come back to you, I feel like on the receiving end on that, I've never really been on the receiving end. But I feel I can see like the other person's POV, like they would definitely start to feel a certain way. They will definitely feel like you don't trust their love for you. That's the best way I can put it, because I've never really been on the receiving end. Well, as someone with an anxious attachment style, my best solution is to try to work on it, and to I saw this Instagram reel, you receive the love you think you deserve, and that is so true. I feel like obviously these attachment styles are from like childhood trauma and all of that, and I feel like if someone has anxious attachment, they probably already have been sort of hurt multiple times. Like there's a pattern already established, and the brain goes and is like, okay, when people act like this, it means this automatically, because they've seen this pattern before, and it kind of triggers that anxiety in them, which makes them to overthink things. But funny enough, I would say like my attachment style has gotten better. Like I'm now more self-aware. When I was younger, for sure, no. That fear of abandonment is still there, but now I'm like, I think I know myself better, yeah, and I have become more comfortable with being myself. Or maybe I've just moved to being like anxious avoidance, because I feel like the way I do it is that I on purpose, or I purposefully interact with people now. Like I don't see someone that I'm really interested in and start sharing my deepest, darkest secrets. I try to like pace it, even though I like want to just like bond with them every single day. I try to like kind of gaslight my mind and like not try to make myself understand that, like, okay, you're just getting to know this person, you don't know this person really well, or even feign disinterest. Like kind of, I just look at things in my environment and I'm like, what can I be interested in now that is not this person, that it's productive. So that has helped. But there are still times where it will kind of catch you off guard, especially if you've kind of gone for a long time without really having any like close connections and things like that. When you like see someone you instantly vibe with, you kind of like want to share, like you want to like talk to them like often, and yeah, then it hits you when they're like either they're avoidant or they're just a secure person with like boundaries. That's when it comes back and you're just left spiraling. And yeah, it's a learning process, and we'll be fine. Us anxious avoidance people, we will be fine. We'll be okay, we'll be fine. That's it's part of the growth, and hopefully someday we'll be secure. Unless it's so bad that it's paired with anxiety, and you might need to seek help. I don't even mean that in like a mean way. I'm serious. If anyone kind of struggles with anxiety, like so bad, it's so bad that it affects your relationship. If you have the chance to do it, please seek mental help. Yeah, see a psychiatrist, see a therapist. But I would suggest going to therapy first. Trying CBT, exposure therapy, and all. And if that doesn't work, then you can now go to see a psychiatrist or something and start. Yeah, this is like professional advice. Attachment styles are all like jokes and fun when you see them on TikTok, but like in those 1 minute, TikTok videos are not so long, 30 minutes clips, but 30 seconds rather, sorry, 30 seconds clips, but it goes deep. It's more than just compatibility and all of that. It's more than that, at least in my opinion. In my case, it is. So yeah, thank you for listening. I don't know, I feel like I should take this channel. I'm taking it seriously. I take my channel very seriously, but I don't know. I feel like if I take it too seriously, I would be less prone to post so often. And I want to always like put something out there. And if the main reason why I created this channel is to just be able to like yap, honestly, to just like talk, because I send long voice notes to my friends very often, and I'm like, yeah, like some of these things we'll be discussing, her feedback, my feedback to her feedback, usually like, it's like, okay, like these are like issues that I feel like more I would like to hear more people's opinions on and all. So hence me creating this channel. But if I happen to like touch some lives, share some educational stuff here and there once in a while, no problem, that's still fine. But yeah, it's not, my channel is always be that serious. It's not that deep. Nothing is that deep. Well, no, some things are that deep. The balance between is not that deep and is actually that deep is very, yeah, the line is very narrow. Some things I'm like stuck between saying things are deep versus it's not that deep. But if you're an overthinker, I think it's good to have the mindset that like not everything is that deep. It helps a lot for sure. Anyway, thank you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions and views.